Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me for another office hours training. I am Crystal L. Gunn, your financial strategist and life insurance agent. And it is National Long-Term Care Awareness Month. And I started yesterday with some basics, like what is long-term care? So today, let's dig a little deeper and talk about it a little more, who needs it, what it covers, most importantly, when to buy it, right? And so long-term care, and you'll see it LTC. Long-term care involves support for people who can no longer manage daily activities independently due to age, illness, and disability. It goes beyond medical care, so often including assistance with everyday tasks like bathing, dressing, eating, and those things are referred to as ADLs, the activities of daily living. And so long-term care can be provided in various settings, such as homes and assisted living communities or in nursing homes, depending upon the level of care needed. So who needs it? Generally, those most likely to need long-term care include aging individuals, people with chronic illnesses or disabilities, and those with cognitive impairments like dementia. While the need for care increases with age, an unexpected accident or illness can make anyone at any age reliant on such services, right? And so what it covers and how it works. So long-term care services cover personal and sometimes medical needs, focusing on maintaining quality of life and independence. Policies vary, but many include or may include homemaker services, nursing care, adult daycare, and even some home modifications. Insurance policies generally pay a daily or monthly benefit up to a set limit, with flexible options to cover in-home and facility-based care. And when to buy it. The general recommendation is to consider long-term care insurance in your mid-50s to early 60s, as premiums tend to increase with age and health declines. However, the earlier the better, right? The younger you are, the lower the premiums. Plus, other issues like car accidents, workplace or sports industry, stroke, combat industries, genetic conditions, and substance abuse disabilities are not specific to older individuals. Anybody at any age can suffer from these things. So planning early provides financial security and protects personal savings or assets, ensuring you have the options for quality care if it's ever needed, right? So do me a favor. Think about anyone that you know under 50 who have been in a serious car accident, had complications from a pregnancy, or had any other injury where they needed long-term care support. It happens, and 98% of Americans do not have long-term care insurance. Instead, they rely on personal savings, family support, or government programs like Medicaid to cover potential long-term care needs, and it often is not sufficient. A 2019 study found that there were 752,000 bankruptcies filings in the United States, and 66.5% of them were linked to medical issues, including the burden of medical bills and time lost from work due to illness, right? So when we talk about that 2053 prediction of Blacks having zero wealth, the lack of long-term care insurance can wipe out any of the wealth that a family has. And so we often care for our ill at home for a whole host of reasons without any type of long-term care insurance. It's commendable, but to have the extra finances in order to be able to provide better service, help for the caregiver, all of that is absolutely important. And to save the family from financial ruin. And so I'm honored to I'm all things economics, all things financial education and liberation, right? And to have a product that is guaranteed issue, meaning it doesn't matter right now what your medical condition is. You can get the life insurance and the long-term care insurance. And let me tell you, long-term care insurance is a little different than where, you may have it through your job, or even through a life insurance policy where it's chronic illness, critical illness, or a cancer policy, right? And you get benefits for all of those. We have all of that with this policy as well. But in addition to the cancer and the critical illness, you also have the long-term care insurance. And I want to make sure that you understand the difference in that. So that cancer policy, if you're diagnosed with cancer, it'll pay out a certain amount. There are things that it'll pay for if you have to go, if you have to travel for some sort of treatment, it'll pay you for that. If, it'll pay you for all of these different things, right? But that long term, and that's great. And so on the critical illness side as well, if you have, been diagnosed with some of these illnesses, you'll get a lump sum. If you have to go to treatment for these things, you'll get a lump, not a lump sum. It'll pay you per occurrence or per monthly, right? Long-term care insurance says you can pull money down from this insurance policy, right? So you may say, I need 2% every month of this face value amount in order to pay for the things that I need to pay for that go along with my long-term care, right? And it's critical and crucial. And I'm so excited to be able to have it in an arsenal of things, of tools and resources that I have for my clients and the people that I come into contact with. So you can imagine what my favorite thing for today is. It is that long-term care. And I'm sorry, the long-term care insurance. Okay. And I know someone is out there thinking, oh my God, this has to be so expensive. And it's not, because because it is a group policy that we can offer through my organization, it becomes really, really inexpensive. You know what I mean? Like really, really inexpensive. And to be able to bless somebody with some life insurance. I have clients that call me, and they have parents who have, or siblings who have serious illnesses, and they don't have any type of life insurance. And to be able to get them at a fraction of the cost, to get them some life insurance coverage, again, guaranteed issue, that will pay out tomorrow. So it's not guaranteed issue, but you have to live, you know what I mean? And I know that's kind of morbid to talk about, but some of these policies out there that are just like strictly burial policies, you can get the policy, but you have to live for another 12 to 24 months before they will pay that face amount out. If you die within that waiting period, then they return the premiums with a little interest, which probably is not enough to cover a funeral service. So being able to provide this I'm so ecstatic about it. You all just don't know, because the amount of people that I've had to turn away before this product came into my world. And it's new. So it's not, it's not something that I just didn't know about. It was designed and created specifically this summer. And I have it. So, but to be able to go back and bless those people and say, hey, you called and you needed, more than $1,500 worth of coverage, or you needed, but we could not get it because of the illnesses. We now have something that's very, very powerful for you. So my favorite thing for today is the long-term care insurance. And it's going to be, just spoiler alert, it's going to be my favorite thing for the rest of the month as we continue to walk through this process, right? So what do you want to do? Review the coverage that you have for long-term care. If you have coverage, determine if it's an adequate amount. Look at the Genworth calculator. and look at, there's a link below that talks about long-term care costs, and plug in your zip code and you can see the different type of costs that you would have to pay in your area. And those things are not covered by medical insurance or healthcare insurance or other regular types of insurance. So you want to make sure you have, and we've created and put you in products and created the strategy for you. And again, very, very affordable, which is the thing that I absolutely love. So schedule that appointment with me. Listen, don't be out here with no insurance because you couldn't get insurance because you've had a stroke, or your parent or somebody, or, someone's in stage 4 renal failure. We can get you the coverage. Right. And this is not through some bootleg company. It is through Allstate. And here's the beauty. Well, not the beauty of it, but here's the thing of it. You can't call Allstate and get it. You have to, you just can't call Allstate and be like, hey, I heard you all got this policy. Call me. It's a fantastic thing. I'm going to get, as we go throughout the month, I'm going to dig into the specifics of the policy, but I wanted to start this thing out with talking about what long-term care is, the cost of long-term care. And I'll talk about the different policies: cancer policy, chronic illness policy, the riders that you can have on your regular life insurance, plus long-term care insurance specifically. So remember, always give yourself some grace. Always, always, always keep striving for your next level. Never, ever, ever give up on you. And most importantly, invest in you. And I tell people all of the time, we have to stop looking at these sort of things as the same way that we look at a light bill or a gas bill, or, you know what I mean? It's protection, and it's an investment in you, and for your family. And it's one that I promise you'll never, ever, ever regret. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Crystal L. Gunn, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Be sure to join me for the private online Q&A immediately following. The link is in the description. And if you haven't done so already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on so you never miss this opportunity. Thank you again, and I will see you